I had a little talk with Jack Flaherty. I was hoping someone would put it on video because there were a lot of Cardinal fans there. But I said, can I talk to you? And he's like, yeah. I go, look, I know you're going to make millions of dollars. And who am I? I'm just a sideline guy.
Yeah.
I go, I don't want people on Twitter going, oh, Flaherty hates the media. I go, you look bad. You come across in a bad way. Play the media game better.
Be sweet to him.
And he's nodding. I go, you nodding like you're not interested. You're not listening. And he said, you're right. He said, you're right. I got to do better with that. So now he'll pitch tonight to Wilson Contreras. The whole thing.
What?
Now, the whole thing is hilarious.
It is.
So I want to revisit this, and I know it's good sports talk radio.
Yeah.
So when word came out that he was going to be in the outfield, as we went to Wrigley Field, I didn't believe it because it made no sense. Wilson Contreras, going back to Wrigley, Wilson Contreras, who's like, always wanted to be a Cardinal, I love the Card. He's going to be in the crosshairs anyway. Now you're going to put him in left field at Wrigley? I know he's played there before.
What?
Are we doing that? And I just didn't buy it. So I did a little checking. And it was like, it may work out that way. We're not so sure. They as you guys I'm sure talk about, one guy says something in the organization. Another guy says this. It looks bad. There's bad optics. So I didn't think he was going to be playing outfield. I actually did a game hit saying, so next time we see Wilson Contreras could be left field at Wrigley? I said it just like that, kind of as parody.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was going to happen. It didn't happen. But Wilson Contreras took a whole negative about being grilled at Wrigley, about being in the outfield, why you're not catching, and made it a positive because he was great. And then the way he got in Jansen's kitchen in Boston, he's a hero. And his teammates that love him. So now they're past that whole thing. Kiz has been good.
Kiz has been good.
Kiz has been hitting.
Kiz has been hitting.
He's up to, over 200 now. And but now it'll be Contreras tonight, which is a good thing. And I have a feeling you'll still see a lot of Kisner in there. But now they have flexibility to play matchups better because they haven't put out this edict that he can't catch when he probably could have caught all along.
Probably.
Weird.
It is weird.
But the funny thing is they've won 6 of 7. They're hitting, which erases a lot. Michaelis was good last night.
He was.
A quality start.
Did he shove?
They're 8th.
Was that a shove, Charlie?
With no strikeouts. I'm not going to be a hater.
All right.
Great outing. No
strikeouts. I think shove. I think you got to strike out at least one per inning to call it a shove.
Okay.
In my book.
Okay. I like your book.
In my book. But still, hey, good outing.
Yeah, the positive is he's obviously not where he's been when he's at his best because he gets strikeouts then. But to manage that, I think, was a positive. But I wouldn't say that's a shove. But the main thing is they're hitting, and it kind of shows. Like Arenado was, 7 for 14 with 3 homers?
Oh, he's crushing the ball.
If he hits, it's a different lineup. And you can have Gorman chipping in, which, he had a couple of huge hits. I get that. But if Arenado and Goldie are hitting in the middle of your lineup, it's a different team.
It's over.
It fixes a lot of different things. But 9, as well as they're playing 6 of 7, and there's still 9 games, and there's still 9 games under.
They're only 4.5 back in the wild card. 4.5.
4.5, baby.
Kiz might have hit his best ball of his major league career.
He crushed that mug.
That ball was destroyed.
Can we listen to that? Can we listen to that? And
they didn't post that one. I was pissed about it.
What?
No. So I don't have that one, but I do have some Paul DeYoung for you.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, that was swung at. That one was smoked to center field. Duran just turns and looks, and it is gone. Wow, what a smash from Paul DeYoung. 425 feet. It lands. It's DeYoung's 4th, and it's 2-1 Cardinals.
Oh, he's back, baby.
That's crazy how fast they got that stat in. That ball had just landed, and they already figured out how far it went. That's crazy.
How was that broadcast?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, they chirped a little bit.
It was fine. Well, because they called him Kinsler or
Ian Kinsler.
Kinsler, and there was a few of those.
Oh, they had
Genesis. They were calling him something else.
Yeah.
Psychogenesis.
Genesis.
Here, you want me to play this? You want to play?
Play that mug.
Play Kisner off my phone.
Oh, how'd you get that? And Cole didn't get it.
Wow.
I'm just asking.
Kisner is hit high
Here we
in the
go.
air to deep
Here we go.
center field.
Radio.
That is long gone straight
Yeah.
Andrew Kisner with a big fly to center, his second home run of the year. 2 more Cardinal runs, and it's 4-1 St. Louis.
Wow.
Man,
Wow. Bam, boy.
I got this from the Cardinals Red Sox game. Cam, did you see this? How they had like a split screen between the Cardinals and Red Sox and the Oilers and Golden Knights?
Yeah, for a while. No, I put it on ESPN too. It was there was X Games going on, and they cut that out and put the Oilers game on. They like to put Connor McDavid at 9:00 at night on a Sunday, which is really cool. I get what they're doing because you're going right after a big game, Sox and Cardinals, but it'd be nice to see him at 6:00 at night. But whatever.
This is what happened in the first goal of the game.
Whatever.
Puck is dropped, and they are just underway.
This is
Game
Carl
6,
Ravitch from the
Vegas
Cardinals
and
Red Sox
Edmonton
game.
with Vegas leading 3 games.
Oh, really?
Trying to end it for the Oilers. John Butchercross has the call. That game can be seen now live on ESPN2. 3 more outs here on Sunday Night Baseball. And an early goal.
They had 3 early goals.
On a loose puck turnover.
But they lost.
The zone. Vegas converts, and they lead 1-0.
You're doing pretty good.
They answered right back, and then we're up 2-1 in like the first 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, all right, the Oilers are going to win this. And then
Nope.
I didn't watch it.
Nope.
People were complaining, though. Hockey fans were not happy.
They were not
that they
happy.
missed the first 3 goals because of a 9-1 baseball game, regular season.
Still a baseball game, though. You know, just put it on at 6:00. It's Sunday.
But they're out west. Those people got to have fun.
It's Sunday.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, if any day you're going to do it earlier, you do it on a Sunday, right? That's what you do. You slot it back a little bit. 9:00 at night. Damn, man. Best player in the world. Oh, okay. Anyway, enough about them. We're still talking Cardinal baseball because Jimmy kicked that door down and had a great pump-up speech before, and now they're winning
Mostly,
games.
I'm like Goldie. I'm
You are.
stoic, but I lead by example.
That's
And
right.
I think that's what they picked up on.
Exactly.
No, a lot of the things that were going in the wrong direction, going right, like DeYoung has really given them a big lift offensively. Here's the other thing. He's been really good defensively. I don't know what the metrics are, but you almost forgot. When they brought him up and he hadn't hit in forever, it was like, well, you're paying him a lot of money. At least he's a solid glove at short. And no offense to Taylor Motter, he wasn't.
Woo.
But DeYoung has been a plus defender at shortstop, an obviously important position, and he's hitting. Looks
hitting.
like a different guy.
Newbar's hitting, too.
And getting on base.
He's a good player, man.
He's very good.
I like their little elbow thing they do, the little elbow stomp. A lot cooler, They're changing things around, Jimmy. That's why.
That's what changed everything if you think about it. When they stopped doing the grinder and the salt, they started doing the elbow.
Yeah, dude. I was right
They
all
called
along
that
with
the
that.
salt. They called that the salt shaker last week.
I was right all along. Yeah, man, they're doing well. I mean,
Did you see the part with Newt and they did a hookup? ESPN did a wonderful job with that. So they taped it earlier, talking to Newt about Mother's Day. Then they bring his mom on, and Newt tears up.
Oh, really?
It's pretty cool.
I didn't see that part.
He got very emotional.
Yeah.
So what happened there? So was that the end of the game?
No, it was pregame. It was
Pregame.
it was
Taped it
he
early.
and Eduardo Perez, right? They're
Yeah.
watching video and they're talking about the mom with the pictures and all that, and all of a sudden they go to the mom and he goes, "Is that live?" They surprise him.
That's pretty cool.
To who you are.
He starts crying.
Yeah, she's everything to me. There's my mom right there, man. She's everything. She's everything to me, really. She's my rock. She's my everything. She's my best friend. And is this live right now?
This is live right now.
Oh my gosh, you get me emotional, man. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know why I'm getting emotional right now, man.
Thank you for the flower. Special
Absolutely.
delivery.
Thanks for everything.
I
That's
love you,
sweet.
baby.
I love you too.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
God
Yeah,
dang.
dude, messing me up, man. That's my best friend. You guys are doing this to me, man.
He's a
And you also got to give him credit, too, not only for the way he's playing, but now he has his own entourage of Japanese media following him.
Oh, yeah?
So, there's 2 groups. He has to do 2 waves of media.
You know that media is? That media, that's the media that goes into the clubhouse, and if they weren't there, Charlie would be able to get in there, but it's all the Japanese media now. Now Charlie can't get in there because of Japanese
They
media.
blocked him out.
We're going to have to figure that one out, Charlie.
That's probably East Coast media, though. I'm guessing that's like a Boston, New York.
No, they're following him
contingent.
everywhere now.
But he's
Newt?
They're going to follow
I
him
think they're
everywhere.
following him to Milwaukee.
They're going to follow him everywhere.
Pittsburgh.
You're not going to be allowed
I
to get
doubt
in
that.
anywhere.
he's had at least one sometimes two, even in St. Louis, fall them around. Now in Boston, I think because the Red Sox obviously have Yoshida, so they could hit a couple of guys, but he has had Japanese media nonstop, so he really does have like two waves, and they're so polite. They're much more polite than American media. Like you're waiting, and they're like,
I bet
you can go. No, you were here first. Go. They're like, no, you can. Very polite.
Except for Charlie. They push Charlie out of the way. Go right down there. Cam, I was crying when I heard the cat's voice being a little louder after these few wins. Andy Felterbush. Hey, he was riled up a little bit, man.
No, it's just 9 under 500.
9 under 500. Dude, we're okay. We're okay. Did Newton Kisner do the pepper grinder after they scored together? Pretty sure I saw it. Colton in Iowa. I've been seeing elbow drops, man.
And they do the elbow thing.
I think I'm seeing the elbow drops. Here comes the Cats cheerleader talk. The same problem with pitching still exists. This team isn't going to make it 402.
And my cheer this morning was, they're only 9 games under 500. Rah, rah.
They look pretty good, though.
4.5 in the wild card is nothing. I mean, that's literally, you could do that in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
all of a
man.
sudden. You really could.
I did kind of say all along, too. I mean, even in the Central, they're in the hunt there. It's a terrible division. The Pirates were not going to be storming, storming the rest of the division the way they were. They were going to come back to, and same with, I don't think the Cubs are that good. Milwaukee's good. I don't think they're great.
Milwaukee. Grilled some badass steak and shrimp from Carner Butcher. Damn good. Mom loved it. Irish Sean. Oh, man.
Nice.
That's good to hear. TJ Moe had some funny tweets. Mother's Day tweets. Oh, God. I got to find it. So
I'll
funny.
pull
Pull a couple TJ Mother's Day tweets up, please. Let's see here. We've talked about tipping in the past. Well, I came across this article that I think all of you should read and add to here. I'm not going to just read an article, Hockey Bob, when I'm hosting a show. Okay? Good Lord. Let's see here. If you read it out loud. Read it out loud.
From one Taylor Jacob Moe. Happy Mother's Day to all the actual women who have children. You know, the people born with a uterus and excess chromosomes. The rest of you are called men and can't be mothers no matter how angry you get or loud you yell about it.
I mean, I'm sorry, man. It's funny, dude. He don't give a damn.
P.S. I hate Cam's takes about Game of Thrones.
Well, at least he watches it.
That was also on the tweet?
No.
Better not be. Oh, that's funny, man.
Can I air
He
a
doesn't give
grievance?
damn. Yeah.
About a hotel. I've never seen this before, but at the team hotel in Boston,
Yep.
they didn't have irons or ironing boards. Isn't that you had to call down and ask for it?
Oh, really?
They gave you a steamer, but a steamer is not the same. So I had packed a smaller suitcase and jammed everything in there because I was flying back on my own. I didn't want to be. I have this giant suitcase.
Yeah.
You could put 2 bodies in there. I didn't want that thing. So everything gets a little wrinkled. You iron it out. I had to call down. They said, "Yeah, we don't have irons and ironing boards." And I was like, "Why?" Well, you can ask. I go, "All right, I'm asking." And they said, "Well, they're all out." And I said, "Well, can someone come up here and I'll pay for it and iron my shirt because I got to go to work." And they don't tell you we don't have irons. So then they found an iron. But I thought to myself, at like a decent hotel,
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't
know.
get an iron and an ironing board?
Why don't you go to Walgreens and get that spray that you spray your suits down in shirts and you shake it off and it gets all the wrinkles out?
It doesn't get all the wrinkles.
It does for me when I did it. Does for me. Doesn't do it for you. I'm telling you. You get little to go, put them in your little bag, you go through the airport with it, and you spray that bad boy down, you shake it out, it looks nice. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. There's little tips of trade.
Instead of
telling ya.
Instead
telling ya.
of finding a Walgreens, it was easier to ask them for an iron, which is the standard way of getting wrinkles out for me, generally
get
speaking,
that.
is ironing a shirt.
Thanks to the gifted games, 1 and 2 wins versus Boston, will the Cardinals feature a Kinley Jansen bobblehead promo? Can't you just be happy?
They went out there, Gorman, huge
ass,
pinch
dude.
hits. Come on now.
What?
Don't hate.
Big
We've
time
hated.
games.
We've hated for like a good month or so.
We have.
People like
We
let
have.
them
Exactly.
enjoy their good week here.
Don't you think watching Contreras play Jansen like a fiddle was one of the best things of the season? That's the kind of thing you would hate if it happened to the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. But he was totally within the rules. Now, like a lot of guys don't really understand the rules, but Wilson does, and he used it to his advantage and rattled that guy's cage. I loved it.
I actually felt more embarrassed for baseball watching that, honestly. Like, that was a joke. It really is. That's a joke. I understand it helped the Cardinals. Like, when the pitcher a month in doesn't understand the rules and does it, 3 times? Like, baseball and everything else also, like this pitch clock thing that may be contributing to why Wilson Contreras had a tough first month because you don't have that much time to actually give the signs. Like, I watched the Kenley Jansen thing. That was embarrassing.
For him, what do you do exactly?
Well, you have to come set at a certain time, so Wilson Contreras is waiting till the last possible second, 8 seconds. So if he puts his foot in the box at 9 seconds, Kenley then has this really slow come set motion. He wasn't doing it quick enough, and 3 times that happened. And this is pathetic.
And you could see Kenley didn't know the rule, didn't understand it. It's like, what's going on? Contreras did, and it rattled him. You could see. And he had command problems anyway, arm side, which only made things worse for him.
So he just had a long wind-up and he kept getting dinged for it?
Well, back in the day, you could do that.
Yeah.
Now you have to come set.
How does he not know?
Well, it's a new rule, and again, Wilson Contreras was playing the game and some gamesmanship there, which is fine. I just looked at that, and it happened, 1 time, cool. 2 times, 3 times, I don't know. I just felt like some of this, I think baseball also needs to kind of figure this out.
Yeah.
There's other parts of the pitch clock, for example, like when a player has a big moment and he comes back to the place he used to play and he's getting a standing ovation.
Yeah.
You probably need to have a little more feel for the game and the moments.
No, I get
That's all
that.
I'm saying.
Does that happen a lot in baseball?
Well, you had it with Cody Bellinger. I think you'll have it. Maybe baseball sent an edict out to the umps and said, look, like when Miguel Cabrera, for example, has his last at bat at each stadium, he's probably going to get a nice ovation. So let's not give him a strike each time. Let's kind of have some feel for the game.
You see Bryce Harper? Who did you go after the other day?
Bird, the pitcher.
Yeah.
Colorado.
What was that all about?
He's chirping.
He
Chirpy a little bit?
Yeah, he had flown out, and then Bird was like gesturing to him and then chirping him, saying something. And looked to me like Bryce wanted to go through the motions of getting after him.
Yeah, I know.
Not so sure he wanted.
Now, Jimmy, I saw that. This has happened a couple times with Bryce too.
Yeah.
Let me at him. Well, don't hold me back. Wait, hold me back.
He's thrown a punch though. He's also been choked by his own teammate.
Papelbon.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Remember when he punched the Giants pitcher back in the day?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Hunter Strickland was a big dude.
Really?
That was about 5-7 years ago.
With one of the worst helmet tosses ever. That when he tried to throw his helmet at the pitcher and it went just directly to first base.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that, dude. I think.
So,
you remember seeing him getting choked by Papelbon?
I don't remember that.
Papelbon ragged him.
His own teammate?
In the dugout.
Yeah.
Really?
Look it up.
That's a clown question, bro.
Because I think Harper didn't run out a fly ball or something and came to the bench, and Papelbon gave him the old, we don't do that around here, boy. And Papelbon's a Southern boy, so he doesn't mess around.
Oh, yeah? Older guy?
Yeah, at that point in his career.
So he choked him.
Yeah, I think he had the high ground, too, because I think Harper was at the bottom of the stairs of the dugout, and Papelbon was at the top.
Find that, dude. I want to see that. Yeah, he's feisty, man, that guy. Yeah, he ain't going to throw a punch. He
did, though.
Yeah.
I actually think he's not. Dude, look up the Hunter Strickland punch. He threw a legit punch on the field. I'm telling you, believe me, I agree with you. I think 99% of baseball fights, fake tough guys, nobody really wants to fight. But the few guys that have actually thrown punches on the field, there's not that many.
Well, some of those pitchers, man, are big, dude. A lot of those guys are big boys.
Hunter Strickland's big.
Big boys.
Papelbon's big.
You know who? The one guy who wants trouble? Stubby Clapp.
Stubby Clapp he'll double leg you.
He took that really strong guy down.
He'll double leg you.
The one guy that wanted trouble more than anybody.
Yeah.
That nobody wanted to mess with. And even now, because he's a freaking bodybuilder, is Kyle Farnsworth. Look up Kyle Farnsworth back in the day, and look him up now.
Monster.
Wanted to fight, good at fighting, and now he's even bigger since he stopped pitching.
Who's that big dude from Cincinnati with all the big tats that comes in? Big pitcher. Scary looking.
Amir Garrett?
Scary looking dude. Look at that, bro. No, I'm watching that right now. That's crazy. He was throwing bombs, and he's lucky he didn't get buckled from behind. You know what I mean? Some guy come from behind, bam. It's scary. Then you get stepped on and trampled. You ever been on the bottom of a pile? It's the most horrific feeling in the world. When you can't breathe.
I haven't, no.
Oh, God.
But one of the greatest, and Cardinal fans remember this, with the big brawl with the Reds and Cueto and Phillips and all that. So there's a big brawl behind home plate, and then this big scrum of humanity. Out from the bottom comes Jeff Suppan.
Crawling out?
Just doing a little.
Get me the hell out of here.
Hey, I'm a pitcher. I want out of here.
Yes. Man, football is worse with that, dude, especially when it's raining. And you get caught, and your mask gets caught in the mud, and everybody's still linemen on top of you.
Pinching.
Oh, my God.
Oil checks.
I remember getting into a long fight one time, and then after the fight, a brawl broke out, and I kind of got jumped. You feel like you're dying. I'm claustrophobic, dude. I'm afraid of heights, and I'm claustrophobic, which is a bad duo.
Isn't it smarter if you're in a sports scenario, not everyday life, to stay on the outskirts, and if you could get a cheap shot in without anyone knowing who did it, that's probably the best.
The only
course
bad
ever.
thing is when you're in the outskirts is like if you're not paying attention to somebody behind you, that's when you get knocked out from behind.
But
That's
I
a
can't
scary
breathe,
thing.
dude.
That's a scary thing, dude. Oh, man. Best baseball fight ever. Nolan Ryan, Robin Ventura. Remember
Beat
that?
down.
Remember when he had him in a headlock like bam, bam?
Yeah.
Someone just told me
love it.
about that. One of the broadcasters that talked to Ventura. Ventura said he was getting hit in the ear.
Oh.
And he said so he was fine, except he had pain in his ear for days because no one just.
Because it messes your equilibrium
Yeah, and he
up.
also he wrapped him up like it was on. He was getting hit in the ear, and his other ear was like crammed in there.
You get punched in the ear, man, it messes you up. Big time.
Nolan Ryan was a strong dude too.
Country strong.
Country strong.
Maybe one of the best. I don't know if we can call it a fight. I think a fight broke out afterwards.
Yeah.
But back in the day, 70s or 80s, we can look this clip up. But it's the dude who gets brushed back, and then he's like, all right, you going to throw at me? So he purposefully, left-handed hitter, we can look this up, I can't remember who it is, does a drag bunt first baseline for the sole purpose
I remember.
of when the pitcher comes to field the bunt,
Boom.
just destroys him.
Boom.
Just doesn't even care about running to first base.
Yeah.
I mean, lines him up perfectly and frickin' rocks him.
Play that real quick.
Who is that? It looks like it
That
was the
was old.
70s, maybe.
Call here looks like the home plate.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way,
Lenny Randall. Does that
So
sound right?
what year was that?
1974.
Okay. It's
I
great
remember that.
video.
Boom.
That's how you
never
can
seen
say
that.
Down.
It's amazing.
I love that.
By the way, Nolan Ryan was 46 years old when he threw down on Robin Ventura. Like he
Come
was,
here, boy.
He wasn't
Come here,
messing
boy.
around.
Daddy's going to take care of you, boy. Damn, man.
strong guy.
Yeah, but you look like a pansy there. You don't brag about yourself when you get double-legged by a 55-year-old man.
Let the boy walk.
Let the boy watch.
That was from behind, too, though.
Yeah.
I know we love Stubby.
So what?
Also, you had a horse collar.
Well, don't brag about it.
Hennessy's had a horse collar. That wasn't fair. Come on.
No, it was fair. He
No, it
was
wasn't.
protecting it. It was beautiful, and there's a great picture of it of Stubby taking the big strong guy down.
Don't brag about yourself afterwards.
I asked Stubby.
guy.
I said, "Have you? He's the first base coach, and so when they play the
Not
match,
the manager.
I go, have you ever talked to Alonso since then?" And he said, "I think during spring training, he said there was a definite chill in the air." And I forget, he said, I finally asked him about something off the beaten path that I knew that he was into, and he responded, so they're okay. He said in the beginning it was pretty clear that Alonso was still mad at him.
Yeah, but
Because-
you got embarrassed.
Yeah,
He was
because
embarrassed.
there's a great picture of it.
It's not like you got hurt, but you got embarrassed.
There was one of the greatest fights that I've never seen, but I've heard described, and I can't remember the name of the outfielder, but it was a big, strong guy who they said like ran with gangs back in the day. And
John Morant?
I think they were with Cleveland, and Chad Curtis, who I think is in jail still for doing all kinds of awful things.
Yeah.
But he was complaining about the music that they were playing in the clubhouse, and he got into it with this guy Kevin.
Kuzminov.
No,
I don't
this is years ago. Big, strong African American dude.
Kevin Young.
Albert Bell.
Kevin.
Not Kevin
Kevin,
Mitchell.
I'm sorry.
Not Kevin Mitchell, right?
Gotta listen to me.
Kevin
Well,
Young.
Kevin Mitchell. It was
Kevin Mitchell?
Kevin Mitchell. So apparently he was complaining, and Kevin Mitchell, I had enough, and I forget who his teammate was telling me this, and then one of the broadcasters too. There's somebody saw after the game. They had the post-game spread in the clubhouse back then, and they had the food out there, and they got into it, and Kevin Mitchell picked Chad Curtis up and threw him onto the buffet table.
Oh, God.
Picked him up and threw him onto the buffet table.
There's some nasty fights, man. Sometimes I'll just like watch manager. Well, the best one was one of the best. It was in the minors. The kids, they're going at it, the pitcher and the batter. and the pitcher kind of throws, just misses him, and instead of just going after him, he kicks the catcher right in the head, and then he gets a jump on us. So the catcher doesn't grab him, and they go fight. Pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. Kenley Jansen is a moron. It's embarrassing for baseball. He's a moron. Angry old guy.
Well, he also came back from heart problems and a lot of good. And he's also got 400 career saves. So
he's got a lot of money.
Hall of Famer?
Probably.
He was
Cardinals
really
always
good.
seem to hit him, too, though.
Yeah, I feel like he's lost a bit. Back in the day, he was freaking unhittable.
Yeah. Cam, that was a great post yesterday and a great tribute to your mother. Love to see it, Wombat. Thanks, dude. Man. That was nice. Let's see. Roughened over and Jose Bautista. Rugned Odor. Wow.
You've seen that at second base.
What'd they do?
Odor just clocks him in the mouth.
It's one of the cleanest punches in MLB history.
Really? Buckled him pretty good. Remember when Ozzie jumped? Ozzie threw a big bomb.
Get
one
that
time.
video because Cam.
Will Clark,
Seth,
right?
Get that.
Will Clark, yeah.
Get that video for Cam so we could see it. And
which one?
Odor.
Yeah.
You'll see. That
You've seen it.
You've seen it, but it's honestly the cleanest punch in MLB history, I think.
Oh, man. Slid hard. Oh, yeah. I remember this. Push. Boom. He buckled him.
Yeah.
His second left wasn't very good. You could tell he's a righty, but he caught him there. Yeah, he buckled his knees. Popped the helmet off, too.
What was the fight that they just tweeted out on Hockey Fights that you had?
Oh, that was a while ago with Tanner Glass back in the heyday in 2009. Woo-hoo-hoo. I wonder what I did after that night, Charlie. I probably saw you at Harry's.
Home game?
Yes.
That was a long fight.
Home game, feeling good.
Lucas Park.
Probably went to Lucas Park. You know. It's always good when you get into a fight and you have, like, still blood on your hands and stuff. Conversation starter. No big deal. What happened? Oh, well, I pissed pumped
ran
somebody.
from behind by some dude.
Oh. Ooh.
Is Lucas Park still there?
Jimmy. I ain't playing that
I
game.
don't know.
I ain't going down there.
I just remember that's where people always talked about going.
Beautiful, because beautiful women are everywhere in there. Gorgeous women, just like Harry's. That's where the good-looking girls were at, man. They were. And then, it got a little crazy down there. But there was a nice 4 or 5 years, man. I mean, Harry's was longer. Harry's was open for quite a while. But then Lucas Park came around, it was a 3 o'clock bar. It's got to go where the good-looking girls are, man. Yeah. Well, you're probably not going to go now. Washington Avenue is kind of dunzo.
It was almost something.
It almost was. They had all those apartments. Everybody's like, again, 4 or 5 years it was packed. It was a party.
$600,000 for condos, and 2 years later they were all on the market.
Boom.
$215,000.
They used to shut down the street, man, and have cars circling around, and you couldn't get out. It got crazy fast. When Lure got shot up, that scared a lot of people, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Lure.